They fought for democracy overseas while fighting discrimination at home. They built tanks they weren't allowed to drive, forged steel for ships they couldn't command, assembled planes in factories that still segregated their lunchrooms. This is the story of how African Americans became the industrial backbone of a rising superpower, and how their labor helped shape modern America. When World War I erupted in 1914 and America entered in 1917, the country faced a massive labor shortage. Millions of white workers went off to fight. European immigration slowed to a trickle. Factories needed workers. Steel mills, meatpacking plants, railroads, shipyards, and recruiters turned south. For African Americans living under Jim Crow, trapped in sharecropping, facing racial terror, and denied political rights, this was an opportunity. Between 1916 and 1930, over 1 million Black Americans left the South in what became known as the first wave of the Great Migration. They headed north to cities like Chicago, Detroit, New York, Philadelphia. They weren't just chasing jobs, they were chasing dignity. When World War II began, history repeated itself, but on a much larger scale. The United States needed weapons at a speed the world had never seen. Factories ran 24 hours a day, and once again, African Americans stepped into the industrial workforce. In Detroit, Black workers powered the automobile factories that converted into tank and aircraft production plants. In Pittsburgh, they forged steel that built warships. In Chicago, they assembled engines, ammunition, and heavy machinery. By 1945, hundreds of thousands of African Americans were working in defense industries. But there was a contradiction. While producing weapons to defeat fascism abroad, they faced segregation in housing, in unions, and even inside the factories themselves. The military was segregated. Units like the Tuskegee Airmen and the 761st Tank Battalion proved extraordinary skill and bravery, despite being treated as second-class soldiers. The message was clear. They were good enough to win wars, but not yet equal at home. Despite discrimination, industrial jobs paid significantly more than Southern farm labor. For the first time, many Black families earned steady wages. They bought homes, started businesses, sent children to college. Black neighborhoods in northern cities expanded rapidly. Chicago's South Side grew into a powerful economic and cultural center. Detroit became a symbol of Black industrial labor strength. New York's Harlem flourished. This migration helped lay the foundation of the American middle class, and African Americans were a critical part of that growth. Their labor didn't just win wars, it fueled the industrial rise that made America a global superpower. As Black workers filled factories, they also began demanding change. They organized. They joined unions. They pressured presidents. In 1941, civil rights leader A. Philip Randolph threatened a massive march on Washington to protest discrimination in defense jobs. President Franklin D. Roosevelt responded by issuing Executive Order 8802, banning racial discrimination in defense industries. It wasn't full equality, but it was a breakthrough. Industrial labor became a launching pad for the modern civil rights movement. Because economic power creates political power. Modern America's industrial rise did not happen by accident. It was powered by steel, sweat, and sacrifice. From the factory floors of Detroit to the shipyards of Philadelphia, to the battlefields of Europe and the Pacific, African Americans helped build the arsenal that defended democracy. They strengthened the economy, expanded the middle class, reshaped northern cities, and laid the groundwork for future generations to demand full citizenship. They were not just participants in America's rise, they were its backbone.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this.